All right, welcome to the Cornhole Masters Podcast. I'm your host, Steve G. I have with me James, also known as JLL.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, James?
How are you?
Good, man.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you.
You guys just got done playing in the Southside Backers Bring Your Own Partner doubles in the advanced divisions, and you guys took second.
Yeah, we had a good opportunity to double dip Paul and Jackson. Paul and Jackson is solid. Like, they're great players. We had a good chance. It was 15-15. We had our chances, but I'm really proud of how me and AJ played today. Like, we played solid, man. 4-0 rounders, and we finished second in overall, and then that moved us to number 2 spot, and then we won our first game, and then we we won our first game. We beat Chris Himes and Kirk, and them two are solid, dude. Like,
The mental bagger. You guys beat the mental bagger. Nice.
Yes, them two are solid. Like, Chris Himes and Kirk, like, them two bad dudes, man. No joke. And we got by them. We were losing for a while there, and we pulled it out. We squeaked it out. And then we played our next game. We played against Jake and Focus, and, man, we were up 16-7, and I was like, we got this. It's like, we're going to roll on to the championship. We're going to face Paul and Jackson. It's going to be a battle. And we end up losing. So we had to go to the losers bracket and scrape back. And in the fourth place game, we beat Sammy. And who did Sammy play with tonight? Dang, I kind of took a blank. I don't remember. But we beat Sammy and his partner. Oh, Hurley. Sammy and Hurley. Okay. And they threw solid for the third and fourth place game.
Wow.
So it got us into second, third place. And then we got to get the revenge with Focus and Jay, which I was licking my chops, man. I told AJ, I was like, dude, I can't wait to play these guys again. Like, we should never lost. And we got it. Got to play them, and we got it done. So then we meet up with the powerhouse, the money favorite of the night, Jackson and Paul. Like, they're beasts, dude. Like, Paul been a legend in this Colorado area for a long time, man. Even before the young guns got good.
Yeah.
I mean, I started playing a year and 8 months ago, and Paul was the man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the young guns were just barely learning. They were just scraping. I would show up to Southside early on, and they struggle. I really didn't struggle. They just weren't. They're figuring out the game. They're young,
Yeah.
dumb, chewing bubble gum, ready to kill people. You know, and now look at them, dude. Like, they're one of the best here. Like,
National high school champs.
yeah, national high school champs, which is amazing, dude. I'm glad I got to know them, and I got to be around them and help them be where they're at, dude. Like, they're badass dudes, man. I don't mean to cuss, but if you excuse me, but
I'll just hit that flag.
I met these young guys. When they were throwing 5s and 6s. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
And Southside was not Southside. Like, everybody looked like Southside was not the place to play. Now Southside, this is the heart right now, dude, for a great competition.
Wow. Yeah.
You want to come here on a singles night, you're going to get the best
got
of the
people
best.
coming all the way up from Pikes Peak and
Yep.
up in Mile High and up in Idaho Springs and even up to Fort Collins coming down here to play with us.
Yes, sir. Look at me. I come from La Junta, Colorado to play with the best, man.
Wow.
Like, I'm here, and I love playing these guys. It's been fun, man. But Southside, all homage to the young guns and them putting in the work, making things happen. They're doing great things, man. But tonight, great job to Paul and Jackson to pull it out, which crazy to me because Jackson and Paul threw the Lokis tonight, and Paul was throw 6-side like a mother. I was watching him early on. I was like, he's struggling, but he got it done. And Jackson was doing his thing, roll bagging, pushing. They were getting it done. So they got the first, and me and my boy AJ, I love playing with AJ. He don't give up. There's a few games we were down, and we battled back, and we took second. It was a good time.
Is this a sight to come for the state championships coming up in a couple of weeks?
Oh, it is, man. It's going to be interesting to see who pairs up with who because you got players that are kind of married. That's my term. Like, you got Jackson and Gavin. They're married.
Yeah.
Couples. Then you got Cooper and Dollar Bill. I call Cooper Bingham Lego Man. Lego Man and Dollar Bill, which is Cooper Bill. Lego Man, Dollar Bill, they're married in my mind. You know what I mean? So you got a guy like Paul Alexander, really doesn't have a set partner. Who's he going to come in with at the state tournament?
Oh, my gosh, I don't know.
You got somebody like Yeti. Normally, her and Harry are married
Yep.
and they're actual couple. And cornhole wise, they're very dominant. When
They
I
are.
first started cornhole, I mean, Harry and Yeti was dominant, man. They were both pros. I was like, dang. I was like, this is great.
Wow.
And actually, I got to share something with you. The first time I ever won a tournament was with Harry. It was an RMC, my very first tournament I won. And that opened my eyes to say, hey, I can actually do this. And Harry carried me, don't get me wrong. But it opened my eyes to say, hey, I belong here. And we won that tournament and it changed things for me. It was great. Opened my eyes and I said, I got to stick with this. I got to learn things. And I was average player at that time, maybe 5, 6 PPR.
Yeah.
But love Harry. Give him homage to that. But you got free agents like Yeti. You got Paul. You got myself. You got people that really don't know who's going to come in, who's going to play together. Well, that's an interesting factor for the double scene. Now,
Yeah.
for the singles thing, you know, I mean, it's going to be a great clash. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Colorado has talent, dude. Like,
Colorado has a ton of talent, and I think it's Colorado's actually. I think got some sneaky talent.
yes.
Because there's even the guys, the kids that went off to the high school national champs, they got out there going, oh, these kids from Colorado, oh, we got them. And they surprised the country.
Hands down, dude. I knew they were going to get it done.
Yeah.
When Gavin's mom told me we're going to South Carolina, or it was South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
We're going to high school championship. I was like, dude, I told you, and they're going to get it done. They're going to win. So
And they did.
I'll remember that day. I was sitting on my mom's couch. I was trying to figure out how I could stream it because I don't have Facebook and I don't have anything. I ended up finding a stream. It was a cornhole stream and got me in there. And I was watching it live on my mom's couch. And I was like yelling, saying this. My mom's like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? I was like, Mom, this is cornhole. This makes things happen for these guys,
yeah.
man. They can get it done. And I was so proud, man. Like, I still got the picture on my phone, them women winning. Jen sent it to me with the boards.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the boards. Like, it gives me a little goosebumps to talk about them because I've watched them when they were not very good to now.
They've
Best in
come
the state,
up.
dude.
They've come up.
It's great, dude. It's great to be witness of that. It's great to be a part of it. I love it, man. Great kids, too, man. Their demeanor is great.
So let's talk about you a little bit. You've played in some pretty big tournaments. I think recently you went out to Ventura and played in the what is it called out there? Spencer's.
Yeah, I played at Spencer's last year and this year. Spencer's is a great tournament. It's a cornhole dream. Or let me reword this. A cornhole player's dream to play at Spencer's. You got every best player in the world there, man. It's so awesome, man. You got every pro playing next to you, against you. It was fun, man. And so last year I played with Phil, and we had a great time. Me and Phil, we did a good job during rounders. I think we took second or third, and then we went 0-2 in the bracket. But so windy. I felt so bad for Phil. He tried his butt off. I was with the wind, and I just kept looking at Phil. I'm sorry, because I know how bad of a struggle it was, and it was fun. So we left there, and it was a good experience for me as an eye-opener. And I was like, if I'm going to compete in this tournament, I got to find somebody that has a flat bag. And so my whole mission was to find somebody with a flat bag. So I contacted Chris Himes, watched him. I was like, dude, you got to play with me in Ventura. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play. I don't know if I can make it. I'm going to Rock Hill. Like, he was throwing all these tournaments he had in front of him. And I was like, dude, let's go. Then the tournament ticket opened, and it's only open for like a month and a half. If you don't get a ticket, it sells out.
Wow.
There's 1,028 teams that get in. This year was $300. Last year I think it was like $250. But I bought a ticket. I said, Chris, I got a ticket. You play with me? He's like, yes. So we did an outstanding job, dude. We went down there. We were 7-0 in rounders. Played some good teams. And then the bracket came, and I didn't play very good, dude.
Oh,
I feel
no.
bad. I feel bad. I played bad. So I owe Chris Himes a solid. Like, I played bad that time. And I guarantee if I go back to Ventura next year, I'm going to kill it. I got this fire under me for that tournament. And I'm a big player. I build off fire. I build off losses. Like, if I lose, I'm coming for you. I'm telling you right now. And next year it's going to happen for me. But I feel bad for Chris because I didn't get it done this year.
So what do you kind of chalk up that how you weren't able to perform? Because ultimately, that's right by the beach. It's windy. It's more humid. Was it the sweat or was it what was it?
It
Nerves?
wasn't sweat this time. Like we had some nights where it were misty, but it's a beautiful place. You look to the right, it's mountains. You look to the left, it's beach. It's beautiful. And the way they had the court set up was different than the year before, which they strategically did it the right way this time. So hands down for the people that run the Ventura current tournament, they did good with setting up the courts. I don't know. I can't pinpoint why I did bad. I really don't know. We threw Widow R's, and I had a love-hate relationship with Widow R's, and I kind of like them now. But at the time, I was kind of trying to build up to them because that was Chris Himes' bag, and I felt like I was prepared. Like, I threw down there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I was fired, dude. Like, I was throwing 10s and 12s. Like, I couldn't miss.
Wow.
And then Sunday came, was weird. Like, I can't explain what happened to me. I can't. Like, I don't know why I threw bad. I don't know what it was. I can't pinpoint it. Like, it frustrates the crap out of me, but I'm going to get it done next year. Don't get me wrong. But can I share this story with you?
Sure.
And this just popped up on my head, and it's very touching to me. It's close to my heart. I appreciate. So my daughter's favorite female pro is Yeti. And she's met Yeti, and I've taken pictures of Yeti, and my daughter hands down loves Yeti. Her favorite male pro is Matt Guy.
Okay.
So I'm not big on pros, so I don't watch ACL tournaments. I can't tell you who's who. I can't tell you who's who behind anybody. I could walk by people and I wouldn't know. Okay. So my daughter kept texting me. She's like, "Did you get a picture of my guy?" I was like, "I will." Haven't yet. Every day. I got there on Wednesday. Get a picture of my guy. I was like, "No, I will." So it was Friday. We were walking by one of the pros, and I said, "Chris, is that my guy?" And he goes, "No, that's Frank Modlin." And I was like, "Okay." I thought it was my guy. So, but now I watched Yeti in the Open Championship down there in Ventura, and I've watched Frank Modlin. And Frank Modlin throws game changers like I do. Love you, Frank Modlin. Now you're a bad dude. Love you. I know who he is now, but before that I didn't know. But he's a bad dude. I'm a fan of Frank Modlin now because he throws game changers, and I love game changers. But anyway, so we walk by, and Chris goes, "That's not him." I go, "Well, you show me who that guy is." He's like, "Okay." So Sunday morning, we're warming up, and Matt Guy's like right next to us, and I didn't know. He was on Chris's side.
Okay.
And Chris goes, he walks down to me, he goes, "That's Matt Guy right there." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, all right." So there was like about 10 people there because we got there super early because we want to warm up and get ready.
Right.
So I walk over to him and I said, "I'm James Lopez. Nice to meet you." He goes, "Nice to meet you." He told me my guy, and he goes, I go, "You're my favorite." Or no, I said it wrong. I said my daughter's favorite pro for females is Yeti, and her favorite male pro is you. And I go, "She loves you to death. She'll watch you on ACL." My daughter watches all the ACL events. She watches all the ACL films. She goes to YouTube. She'll come back and tell me, "Did you watch this?" And I don't ever watch anything. Sometimes I'm like, "Yeah." Sometimes I'm like, "No." And I just say "yeah" to keep the conversation going because it's my daughter. So I go, "Can I get a picture of you?" He goes, "I'll do you something better." And I was like, "Cool." I go, in my head, I'm like, "What can you do better?" He goes, "I'm sitting over here in this gazebo." He goes, "After the tournament, come find me. I'm going to sign these bags me and my son are playing with, and you can give them to your daughter."
Nice.
And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." Oh, my man. Like, it melted my heart. So I go I go see him. Sure enough, he signs the bags. Brett signs them. Get a picture with him, and
Both
a picture
Matt
of him
and
in the
Brett.
bags.
Wow.
And I bring it to my daughter. Like, just to watch her face when I brought the bags to her was the best thing ever as a
Oh, my
dad, dude.
gosh.
She was so happy. Like, she just kept flipping them in her hand. She's, "Dad, can we throw these bags?" I was like, "You do whatever you want." I thought she would just put them like on a shelf and just leave them. So she's been throwing them to death. Like, she thinks she's the best ever now with him. Like Michael Jordan wearing the shoes. You know what I'm saying? She got Matt Guy and Brett Guy's backs. She thinks she's the best ever now, and I love it, man. So thank you, Brett Guy and Matt Guy. Like,
Wow.
I mean, it's a solid. Like, I could tear up and cry right now, dude. And it's just, you did me a good solid, Matt Guy, and I'll never forget that, man. Like, thank you so much.
And those guys are great. All the pros are great ambassadors of the game. They're so approachable, and I really do enjoy just kind of sitting and talking with every single pro I see out there.
That's awesome, man. You ever been to Ventura?
I've not been to Ventura.
You need to go, dude. Like,
I do need to go.
A cornhole player's dream is to be there.
All right.
Everybody of cornhole, you name who, they're there. Like, you'll be like, oh.
I just want to get a little better so I'm not 4 and out.
Nah. The good thing about Ventura, the way they set it up is, top 3 go to tier A, 4 and 5 go to tier B, and I think 6, 7, 8 go to tier C.
Okay.
So everybody falls in their place if they play to their potential.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, James, one of the things that I've been doing over the past couple of months is I went and bought I'm going to show this off to the viewers, but if you haven't seen this, and we're talking about the camera right up here, this is the Gladiator Cornhole glove. Now, I'm going to look at my phone here because I'm going to read this. It basically says the Cornhole glove is breathable top and the hand material and water-resistant adjustable wrist enclosure. So what it's for is to help in humid environments. If you sweat a lot, if your hands get sweaty, it will help with making sure your bags stay dry. They don't get wet. And you know what? I've played with this off and on for the past 2 months. And I kind of have, I'll be honest, I got a love-hate relationship with this thing. I really do. There's times where I love it, and there's times when I hate it. But I tell you, the times where I love it is when I'm playing Switch Holio. Because when I'm constantly playing with other people's bags, this is the constant. This helps me maintain and be able to throw. And I felt like I was able to more confidently throw. But honestly, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to continue to play with this. And James, you came up to me the other day and asked, hey, I noticed you're not wearing the glove. I wanted to ask you about it and see if I can try it out. So, James, you played with the glove for a couple of tosses back and forth. What did you think?
So, this has been a big topic in my game, like 100%. A lot of people don't know this, but I played down at Duke City. And so Ventura and Duke City are my 2 favorite tournaments. And they have the Duke City Classic every year. So last year I played there, and it was really humid. The boards were so sticky, and the whole environment was humid. It was weird. But my hands were sweating like no other. And so some nights I will play, and I have no sweat in my hands. I'm great. And some nights I have super sweaty hands because the night is humid, which tonight was weird because it was really humid here for the boards and for the players, but my hands were great. But anyway, last year I experienced that, and I would get the bag in my hand, and I would be like, this doesn't feel right, because the bag started to feel wet with my hand, and I don't know if my hands were making it humid or not, but it was mentally and physically messing with me. And so I went down there this last July in Duke City, and the same thing happened. And I'm like, man, like, there's got to be something I got to do to counteract my sweaty hands. The boards and the environment is sweaty, and I get that. I can't control that, but I can only control what I can do.
Right.
And what I can do is maybe put this glove on. So one night I came here and I saw you wearing it at Switch. And so like a month later, after Duke City, which was this past July, I saw you this last late August. Yeah. And I told you, I was like, dude, how's that glove? Like, what did it do for you? And I started picking his brain. I was like, Steve, how does this glove affect you? What do you think about it? And he started telling me about it. And I was like, man, I think I need this in my game for those Duke City days. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I've been to Mile High, and it's been super sticky, and my hands have been sweaty there. Pikes Peak a couple of times too. Like, this might be a game changer for me for this glove. And I asked you, I was like, dude, how is it? What do you think about it? Like, how do you feel about it? And I didn't know Gladiator Cornhole put it out. I didn't know who put it out. I just remember seeing it on your hand. And I really think it can change things for me, especially when it's so humid and sticky like that. And my hands are sweating. And I'm surprised tonight. Like, it was a humid, sticky night for the boards. Yeah. My hands didn't sweat tonight. And I don't know if I put lotion on to change things or what changes it for me. But if I have the option to do something different, which the glove might do that for me, I'm excited about it, dude.
Well, it was a cool night here too. It really was. But yeah, you're right. Those boards got really sticky, and as we kept on playing through the night, you had your throw had to change. Again, you had some really sticky bags. You were changing up bags for some slicker bags.
Yeah, and I pride myself in the game to be able to throw any bag at any situation. So I came here thinking I was going to throw Surefires all night because AJ likes throwing Surefires. We get here, we're warming up. AJ goes, "This is too sticky." I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I hope he says that because I want to throw some game changers. So we pull in my game changers, and we play 2 games with them. And then he's like, kind of struggling, let's try Pro Snipers. So we switched to Pro Snipers, and Pro Snipers were the bag tonight. And they handled well in this weather, or the humidity. The boards, really sticky, but the Pro Snipers were well. But if my hands were sweaty tonight, it would be good to have the option of this glove to change things for me. And I threw a few rounds, and I think I'll be okay with it. I just got to get more practice with it. Like anything else, like you got to practice rounds, and if you don't put the work in, it's not going to be there. Same thing with the glove. If I don't wear it, if I don't put the rounds in, it's not going to work for me. But I guarantee you, when I go to Duke City next year and it's sticky and humid and my hands are sweating, I'm going to kill it with that glove, dude.
So, James, I'm going to do this is because, like I said, I love the bag and I hate the bag. And it's probably from my throw. I am so inconsistent with my throw. My PPR's in the less than 6. So I'm not a good player. James, you throw consistently all the time. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask for you to take this glove, use it, and come back to the show and give me another review after you've had a chance to try it for a while.
That's a solid, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But
let's go.
I love the glove. If I threw more consistently, it might be something that I would enjoy. But because I don't know whether it's the glove, me, the bag, whatever it is, I'm going to give it to somebody who can probably might be able to tell what the glove is doing for them, because I can't tell what it's doing for me. And I wish I could tell you guys whether you should go out and buy it or not, but I just can't do it confidently. But I will say this, is that I loved the bag when I played Switcholio.
Nice.
Because playing with ever-changing bags, that was the constant throughout the night, and I was able to throw more consistently when I was playing Switcholio. It's just those other nights I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I can't wait to put the work in on this so I get used to it, and then when I have the sweaty hand and the humidity feeling, I'll be able to deliver, dude. Like, I can't wait, man.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. Yes, sir.
James, I really appreciate it, man. Good luck, or good job finishing second place tonight. You guys really killed it. And congratulations to your daughter for getting those signatures for her.
Oh, that was awesome, man. My daughter is a big fan of the game, and
she's good too.
She's getting better, man. I love watching her beat grow, man. I love it, and she's getting better.
She kicks my butt every night, most of the time.
I wish I could have started playing at 13 years old, man. It would have been crazy to see where I'd be, and she has that opportunity, and it's going to be awesome to see her develop. And she's a student of the game, man. And she, like I said, she watches your podcast, and you had her on. She watches all YouTube videos, all the ACL stuff. She's always on there. Like, she's a student of the game, and she just basically learned to roll bag on her own the other day. And,
wow.
And she roll bagged the Vengeance Fires that Matt guy gave her, and she's all in love with them, man. And it's just cool, man, to see that and to watch her develop. And it gives us something to do together, and it's just the best thing as a dad, man.
Well,
I don't have to explain it to you, but
I love watching you guys. You guys go out and play together a couple of times over this past summer before she went back to school, and you guys just killed it. I'm kind of envious of that you two were able to get to do that.
That's
So,
awesome, man.
awesome.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you, man.
James, thank you
for
so
the
much.
glove. That's
Well,
a solid, dude. I can't wait.
We want to hear. We want you to have back on the show here in probably
Yeah.
about 3 months.
Let me know. I'll be
Okay?
back. Yes,
All
sir.
right, cool.
Yeah.
James, thank you so
man.
much.
Have a good night, man.
All right, thank you everybody from Cornhole Masters. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. We'll do a review of Gladiator Cornhole or Gladiator's. We'll do a review of Gladiator Cornhole's bags in our next episode. We'll see you next time.
Cool, man. Thank you.